Hi folks, and welcome back to World of Tanks with the mighty Jingles. Replay roundup time again. I have watched all of the Tank Destroyer replays sent in now. I've managed to get the shortlist down to about 31 games. Although, to be fair, of those 31, there are probably 12 that are very, very strong contenders. So what you're seeing here is the other guys on the shortlist who, well, you know, they at least made it onto the shortlist, but they haven't made it down onto the list of the final list of runners-up. And we're starting off with Shrieker in his Object 704. He's here in a standard battle on Sand River. Now, I love the Object 704, and I love the ISU 152 that came before it. But that BL-10 gun, there's a reason why I call it the Troll Cannon. Because sometimes the Troll Cannon trolls you right back. Every now and then you have a game where it just refuses to hit the target, despite your best efforts. And Shrieker had an absolutely bloody awful game in the first half of this match. And here we go, there's first contact, enemy IS. Speaking of trolls, what is this IS-3 think he's doing? He doesn't even have the BL-9 gun. He's got a gun with something like .46 accuracy. He's in a heavy brawling tank, and he's trying to elbow an Object 704 aside from a sniping position on a ridgeline. Real smart. Yeah, right, he takes the hint. It's going to speed things up here, because this really does take a while to get going. Yep, there you go. Gun with almost 300 penetration, penetrated and totally failed to damage a tier 7 heavy tank. This gun has almost 3 times the penetration of the armour of that IS. And this is why they call it the Troll Cannon. Because it doesn't just troll the enemy. There's another IS. If he gets an above average damage roll, Shrieker could one shot kill this guy. And of course then he disappears. Tiger 2, side on. Come on. See, that's what this gun can do. It's half the health of that Tiger 2 just gone. There's that IS. Above average damage roll. Oh, now he only needs... Now he doesn't even need an above average damage roll. A below average damage roll. One shot kill him. Except it's a very, very below average damage roll. It's the Troll Cannon doing its thing. No, that guy's in good cover. Situation looks pretty stable. I mean, we're losing, but it's... the forced deployment isn't that bad. There's that Tiger 2 again. 750 average damage on that gun. But all we can really see there's the top of his turret, however. So that's not a good shot to take. Oh, those guys to the north have just been outflanked. Shrieker's switching his attention here. And here we go, E75. And it misses. IS-3. In cover. KV-4. Oh, just badly beaten up. There you go, good hit. Again, way below average damage. And suddenly, and that's how quickly this game can turn against you. KV-4, this should kill him, but of course it misses. Suddenly they're losing 410. There is nobody left other than this Jagdpanther 88 and Shrieker in his 704. covering the northern approach to the base. E75. Come on. Come on. Show yourself. Don't be shy. Tiger II coming around the other side.
We didn't even scratch them.
And it bounces. And now he's been spotted. And there are 3 tier 5 artillery in this game. So it's probably fair to say that up to this point, Stryker has played an absolutely shit game. And it's not strictly his fault.
He's gone. Find another
That's
target.
just the way the BL-10 works. And here comes artillery. And, well, you know, why not? He's the only thing left on the enemy team other than the artillery. Okay, now we're talking. Tiger II hits him, damages his track, artillery starts raining all around him. Notice how he's moving to avoid artillery fire. He's not moving in predictable ways. He keeps turning, backing up, circling around, doubling back, breaking contact, disappearing off their map, popping up on the other side. Come on, don't fail me now. And again, seriously, 623 damage from a gun that is supposed to do 750 on average. You just cannot get a break with this gun sometimes. Their SU-8's just gone down. Now it's just Stryker and this S51. Now this S51 player was good. But sometimes, you know, it's just as if the game has decided you're not going to win this one. You know, before you even fire your first shot, the game just seems to have decided, sorry, you're going to do below average damage rolls. Every shot that can miss will miss, and every shot that can hit is going to bounce. But despite that,
Enemy armor is destroyed.
this is doable. Now he has Sixth Sense, so he knows when he's been spotted or not, but the thing about Sixth Sense is when it goes off, it tells you you have been spotted. But when the little light bulb goes off, that doesn't mean you are no longer spotted.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Sixth Sense will tell you when you have been spotted. What it will not tell you is when you are not being spotted. So he could still be on, well, he probably isn't by now. It's been a while since he had contact with any enemy tanks. And now obviously all they have left is artillery, but those are 3 very, very fast artillery. But that S51 has played a good game, and it ain't over yet. At this point, what usually happens is 1 artillery stays back to cover while 2 rush forward to try to cap or spot or flush out the targets. There's one, S51, Hummel, who's going to fire first. Good shot, S51, well played. Of course, the rest of the enemy artillery are going to be zeroing in on him now. But he knows what he's doing. He's manoeuvring to avoid their fire, as best you can in an S51. It's not the fastest machine in the world. This troll cannon hasn't finished trolling Stryker yet. Watch this. Hummel, 320 health, about 30 millimeters of armour.
Penetration.
Bounced. And he's been spotted. He's got to keep moving. Here it comes. But it hasn't finished trolling him yet.
Enemy is hit.
Hit, penetrated, did no damage. And he's been spotted again. So you know what's coming. There you go.
Fire is back.
Dead loader. Finally, took 3 hits to kill a Hummel with a BL-10 gun. I swear, sometimes this game just decides that you're going to lose. And it takes a superhuman effort like this to beat the game. And there's the SU-8. And he's just fired. So take your time. Make sure this thing hits. Because if you give it the chance to miss,
Gotcha.
it will. And his next shot would have killed you. So that, boys and girls, was Striker battling against the odds and his own gun to walk away with 7 kills and a very, very tough win on Sand River in a Tier 9 game. Well played. Well, next up we have Clemmy64 in a encounter battle on Himmelsdorf. It's a Tier 9 game. He's in his Tier 8 Jagdpanther II. Now, I don't have this thing, although I have played it a few times on the various different test servers, and I am going to get one of these one day. It's the brother to the Ferdinand, whereas the Ferdinand is slow and heavily armoured. The Jagdpanther II is anything but slow. And while the armour is not bad, it's not really the thickness, it's the sloping and the angling. And I kind of like the way it plays. Now, it can be very, 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 very bouncy. But you have to angle it effectively. And it can kind of bite you in the ass because of the very, very narrow gun traverse. And the relatively long aiming time of the guns. Depends which gun you use, of course. But this gun does a lot of damage. Wow. That's like half of each team is battling it out at the top of the hill here. And he's just done almost 1,000 damage with 2 shots. Need to get out of the way of that T-95. He's got some serious firepower. He really doesn't need to be manoeuvring around friendly tanks. Now we've got all these guys, this just massive wedge of metal over on our right protecting our flank. And the guys coming around the straight side of the castle. Meanwhile, we're going to be putting fire on these guys trying to come around the side. Artillery went for the Jagdtiger. Kind of surprising. Would have expected artillery to go for a T-95 first, but oh, well, there we go. T-34's dead as well. There's a hell of a fight going on top of this hill. Yeah, the thing about the frontal armour of the Jagdpanther II is it is pretty good, but you have to angle it, and if you angle it, it means you can't point your gun. There you go. See how when he reverses, he just turns 30 degrees and then reverses? That's how to get the most out of the armour on this thing. So he hasn't killed anything, but he's probably done about 2,000 damage to the enemy team so far. T-95 needs help. Waiting to reload. Okay, do not let that Type 59 get away. Nice, good, well done. Ah, he's moving up. IS-3 could use some help. Oh, that hurt. Oh, and he missed. I do love it when you see fast, light vehicles ramming heavy tanks to death on low health. So, 3 kills. And they've got these guys. They've so got these guys. Coming around both sides of the castle. Nailed the Tiger. Pull back, get some cover between yourself and LAS. Can we turn around fast enough to finish him off? Nah. KV5 gets him. Well done, KV5. Tiger 2. Oh, it's a big hit. And we've got the kill. No, we haven't. T95 gets it. Yeah, I can't really begrudge a T95 getting a kill. It's not often they're in a position where they can actually take a shot before everything's died in front of them. Still, even game. Scores a 10-9 or 11-9. Tiger just killed a Ferdinand. Well done, Tiger. However, the guys down by the train yard are definitely outnumbered and outgunned. But look at the speed this thing can do. There's a Super Pershing up ahead, and he's probably... he's just finished off the Tiger, so that Super Pershing is... Well, he could be turning around to face this way. That's what I would be doing if I was in the Super Pershing, knowing what had happened at the top of the hill. And the T95 is effectively out of the game now. He's moving himself over to the ledge of the castle wall. Oh, Tiger P. Ow. That hurt. Maybe that hurt him more. And back off. There is that Super Pershing, and he's not gone the way I would have expected him to. T95 seems to have changed his mind. He's backing up onto the main road again. Yeah. Ooh, that was a nasty hit on the KV5. Okay, there's a Lerva and a Super Pershing, and come on, give us a shot. Oh, it was a good hit on that Super Pershing. Unfortunately, got our tracks blown off by the Lerva. That's a dodgy angle. Yeah, bounced off the side of his turret. Super Pershing's trying to come around. Or is he? No? No, I don't think he is. No, actually, I do think he is. Okay. Put an end to that. There he is. Does he know we're here? Apparently not. Where's that Type 59? Oh, there he is. Ah, Type 59 was in cover the whole time. He's the one actually doing the majority of the capping. Okay. Soon fix that. And there you go. I wish that T95 was making his mind up about which way he was going.
Looks like that one went right through.
Not that it matters at this stage. We've totally got this. Oh, that was a good hit. Come on, KV5. Have him. No? Okay, we will then. 7 kills. And that's why I love the Jagdpanther II. It's like the Ferdinand, just faster. And what's not to love about that? So well played, Clemmy. Not too bad at all. Tier 8 tank destroyer in a Tier 9 game, walking away with 7 kills. Can't argue with that. Now, I do always like to see people doing well in abysmally bad machines. Unfortunately, nobody sent in any AOL V39 replays. There's probably a reason for that. So, we're going to have to settle for Hieronymus 68, or is it Hieronymus 86? I was right the first time. Hieronymus 68 in his Saumur Sau 40, the French Tier 4 tank destroyer. And yes, he does have that stock piece of shit 75mm APX gun with its massive, you know, I can't remember if it's 68 or 86mm of penetration. I seem to be having problems with those numbers today. Either way, it's crap. Standard battle on Abbey. It's a Tier 5 game in his Tier 4 French piece of shit. The good thing about the Saumur Sau 40 is that it leads to the S35 CA, which is actually quite fun. The bathtub of doom at Tier 5. So Hieronymus is having a hard time deciding which way to go at the start of this game. Uh-oh. Spotted. And look at the aiming time of this bloody gun. And then of course, you know, it just misses. Alright, T-50's going to give us problems. It does have a fast rate of fire though, something like 15 rounds per minute. So you can miss and fail to penetrate your target faster than ever before. Hold still, you little Russian bastard. Well, that was lucky. Good start. Let's see if we can do that again. Surely that was a fluke. In case it's not completely obvious, we are, of course, getting our asses completely kicked by the enemy team. There's a whole boatload of heavies and tank destroyers coming down that lower road. And there's nothing guarding it but a Hetzer. To be fair, the Hetzer did just nail a Marder. But that Hetzer is about to run into all sorts of other problems. Now, the T-34's got 45mm of armour all round, although it is sloped. But if you can just get a solid hit on a flat surface, come on, hit something. You know, he could kill that T-34 with this thing. Look at the size of that bloody aiming circle. This truly is an absolutely awful gun. Yes, he got the T-34. Oh, and he's brought friends. Okay, T-82 first. Easy to kill. Yes, good shot. And you know, we'd be losing 6-3 if it wasn't for... There's another kill if it wasn't for this. Expertly driven. And, you know, being honest here, and lucky. Tier 4 French piece of shit tank destroyer. Okay, that's some of the bigger boys dealt with. Now for the Tier 3 rubbish. We just have to hit them. This gun will do 110 damage. And if you can get this thing into a Tier 4 maximum game, it can kick ass. But the odds are definitely stacked against you driving one of these things. Oh, here comes a Panzer III-4. Oh, great. Oh, we've hit him. I'm very lucky not to hit our own artillery. Artie, get out of the way. No, okay, we'll go around you. Yeah, no, it's okay, Artie. Don't mention it. Happy to be of service. 5 kills in this thing. Are you allowed to do that? Aren't there rules against this sort of thing? That AMX-40's been chugging along there the entire game, and that's as far as he's got. They're not the fastest machines in the world. Oh, come on, Mr. BT-7. Just hit him. Yes! There we go. Well, that was a lot of damage. 220. AMX-40 must have shot him at the same time. But still, Top Gun in a Tier 5 game. In this piece of shit. And it's not just Top Gun. We haven't taken a scratch of damage. Now I'd be getting kind of worried about enemy artillery at this exact stage of the game. Because they're probably the single biggest threat to Hieronymus at this point. Is that Bison really going to get... There's a guy who clearly doesn't know how the game mechanics work. If you go close enough to that guy to spot him, enemy artillery is going to know where you are. As we can see from the smoke plumes rising all around him. Oh, you lucky bison. He was basically just driving to his death. Artie would have nailed him. Now they've shifted their attention to us. Come on, have him, have him. No. What is that AMX doing? He's just sitting there. Somebody just took a hit. Yep, there we go. I thought I heard something. Oh, he's shooting it out of the rain. And again, by the sound of it. Yep, he's gone. How brave is this BT7 going to be? Oh no! Still, the odds are definitely in our favour. What's our bison up to? Look at how slowly this thing turns. And after it's finished turning, you have to sit still for 3 days waiting for the aiming circle to shrink down to something approaching a reasonable size. And oh, here comes the medium as well. It's a tier 5 Matilda. Those are tough little buggers. I love my Matilda, but it's a real terror in a tier 5 game. Doesn't matter which way you aim at that Matilda. You've only got an even chance of penetrating. He's been lucky so far. 2 penetrating hits. 3 out of 3. No way. And the AMX-40 kills the Matilda. The ultimate humiliation. Nailed by an AMX-40. God, they're all closing in for the kill now. Come on, Anonymous, don't choke. 6 kills. You can do more. Looks like that SU-26 just fired. 7 kills. See how long you have to wait for this thing to aim. Like I said, it does have a fast rate of fire, 15 rounds per minute, but that just means you can miss and bounce faster than anybody else in the game. And the AMX-40 kills the BT7 as well. Right, suddenly that enemy bison isn't looking quite so clever without all his friends, is he? So what are we going to do? 9 shots left. Well, it's only going to take 1. Looks like that AMX-40 knew what he was doing after all. Or he just got lucky. Either of which is fine. And there's the bison. .23 health. I bet he's sweating right now. There is no way he is going to be able to kill, even if he hits us. Oh crap! Oh, look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Kills him, burns to death. Me and my big mouth. Yeah, there's no way he's going to be able to kill him. Fires 1 shot, takes out 80% of his health, sets him on fire, kills his gunner, kills his driver, kills his radio operator, kills his loader. Yeah, me and my big mouth. Oh, what a game. And what an ending. That was amazing. Well, I hope you enjoyed that one. That was, that was never going to win the replay contest, but by God, it was entertaining. So, Hieronymus, thank you so much for sending in one of the most amusing Tank Destroy replays of any of the ones that were sent in. And a great way to round off this Tank Destroyer replay roundup number 1. More of these to come very, very soon. Take care, and I'll catch you on the battlefield.